Hello and welcome to Mallory's and mine's Google Form. My name's Victoria.
My name is Mallory.
And let's get to it. So first we're going to take a quick look at the questions we'd asked you and so that you can remember what you answered before we get to our results. So we started off with just asking you guys about yourselves, what's your name, your age, and your gender. And then to the important question in section 2, we had asked you to take a look at this picture of Donald Trump and his beautifulness and rate his presidency from 1 to 7, 1 being terrible and you do not agree with him, and 7 being outstanding and you totally agree with his policies.
Next, we're going to move to responses. So as you can see, it gives us a rough breakdown of everybody who responded, showing a majority of people in column 1 for terrible, and 1 lonely person over here in outstanding. And it gives us a breakdown of the gender, how old you are, and your ages, and your names. And then we're going to go over here to view responses in a spreadsheet. It's just going to load. You could sing Jeopardy if you like. Still loading. All right. So when it's done loading, we're actually going to highlight column D, and we're going to click on the data button, as so. So we're clicking on column D, going to data, and then you're going to sort sheet by column D, A to Z. And what that does is it's going to, once it feels like it, of course, give you a breakdown of the age groups. So we have 17 to 20 all the way down here, 21 to 24 all the way down this way, and then at the very bottom we have the 25 and above category.
So to take this a little bit further, we are going to create, we're actually going to take a look at our average of what people had rated Donald Trump's presidency. So we click over here and we can label this so that we know what we are actually calculating, and we'll call that average. And then below that, we will put in our equation. So that is the equal sign as well as an all capitalized average again. And then we put a bracket in there. Bracket. And then we will take our values. So we will click over here on column E, section 1, 2, and we can drag it all the way down to the end, which should be section 27. Yep, right there. And we will end that with a bracket and press enter. And that should give us our beautiful average up here. And it shows that about most people had voted between 1 and 2, more closer to 1, and 1 being, once again, terrible.
Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is create a pie chart based on the age groups that participated in the form. So we're going to go to the top, which we are. Okay, so we're going to click on column D. We're going over to insert chart, and we're going to click on that real quick.
Don't do it again.
Okay, so now from here we can customize it now that you can see our beautiful pie chart. So we're going to go to customize, and go to series. Sorry, not series. Legends. And then from there we're going to font size. We're going to make it a little bit bigger because it's harder to read when it's smaller for everybody who are like me and half blind. We're going to make it bold, and we're going to make it black. So as you can see, in the 17 to 20 category, we had 38.5%. In the 21 to 24, we had 38.5% as well, so it's pretty equal. And then the 25 and above, 23.1%.
However, if you do go to data and you would like some numbers, I believe Actually, no, it is not data. It is back in customize, and it is in pie chart. And you click on your nice little slice label, and you look at the value.
And it's going to show you exactly how many people are in those age groups again. So both, there were 10 people in the 17 to 20, 10 people in the 21 to 24, and only 6 lonely people in the 25 and above. So we're going to make that a little bit smaller, just so it's out of the way. Get rid of that and drag this over so it's out of the way from the rest of our data. We can see it again.
And now we are going to take our data collected from the rate that you guys have given Donald Trump in his presidency, and we are going to put them into a pie graph. So we'll click on section E, and we will highlight all of our numbers and click Insert Chart. Let that load. And it does give us a line chart, and that is not technically what we would like. So we will go over here to Chart Type and click on the little down bar and scroll until we find the chart and graph that we wish to present, which is a nice, beautiful pie. Now this looks really confusing, as some of you may notice. So we will take our nice little aggregate and like aggregate column E, so that it gives us a better understanding of the actual answers and rates and who did what. And then we can also customize, so we can go over here and we can go to our pie chart. And once again, we can go to our slice label and give it a value so you know how many people picked each one, as well as taking a look at our legends, making it bigger so that people who are hard of seeing can see it a little better. So we'll make it a little larger and we'll bold that. And then we'll change the color to black so it comes out a little darker. So taking a look at our data right now, you can see that 18 people, which was 69.2% of our class population, had voted 1, being terrible. About 2 people, which was 11.5% of our class, voted, sorry, about 3 people voted 2. And then 1 person, which is only 3.8% of our class, voted 7. And now we're just going to make this a little bit smaller so that it's out of our way. And move it over here so that it lines up with the other graph we have going on.
Okay, and the last chart we are going to represent for you is the chart that we're going to label age versus rate of Donald Trump's presidency, I guess. So what we're going to do is we're going to put it down here. We're going to start from the top and we're going to highlight column D2 all the way over into E and down to the very end, which would be E27, right there. There we go.
Technical difficulties, we'll just fix that real quick. So we will start from the beginning after we move this chart once again. Get chart move. Oh my god.
All right, so we're going to try that again. I'm going to start at the beginning of D category in D2, all the way down to E27. Perfect, and then I'm going to go up to Insert Chart. From Insert Chart, it shows us a column chart of the ages and their ratings. So we're going to customize it just a little bit. And what we're going to do, going to customize the chart series, and we're going to data labels, and it's going to highlight or change everything for you. Okay, so our time is running out here really quickly. So as you can see, it's going to give us a breakdown of the 17 to 20 category, the 21 to 24 category, and the 25 and above category.